Welcome to YouTube lesson number 5. I'm going to start with by talking about playing along with backing tracks. Today I want to talk about the Lion Sleeps Tonight, and I just have it here on my screen right next to me, and also I have up here the major scale. So what I want to talk about is not just playing the tablature that we have. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's that's where you need to start from. But I want to talk about how I go about creating other notes and other little licks and other riffs to keep it interesting when I'm playing, especially when I'm playing by myself. When you're playing by yourself, instead of just doing it over and over again, you can throw in extra notes, you can throw in extra little licks, and you can start to improvise. Now, improvisation is something you just do when you feel like it, or you feel comfortable doing it, or you feel there's an opportunity for scope. Now, those improvisations come from notes around the framework of the song that you're playing. So here we have The Lion Sleeps Tonight with everything starting from a 4 and then finishing on a 3. And the first thing you should be aware of is that the notes that we're playing here are notes in the major scale. The thing I noticed is that you're not using the whole number 7, and you're not using the whole number 1. Now, the reason I mention those is because both of those holes are the root note. On a C harmonica, you actually have 4 separate holes which are all the note of C. And so you can call all of those notes which are C a root note. So if you blow any of those root notes, it will sound perfectly fine. One of the licks that I use, or that I create all the time, is when you're playing a 6 blow, you can easily jump up and play a 7 blow, or a 7 draw and a 7 blow. What's going to sound right? There's only one way to find out what's going to be a good lick, or a good little extension of what you're playing, and that is to actually try the notes. So if we start off with the Lion Sleeps Tonight, it's the standard. So when I jumped up to the 6th blow, I slide up to the note. So it's like, as opposed to just going. So it sounds much cooler when you go. What sounds even cooler is when you slide up to that 6 and throw in a couple of notes at the top of it. And those couple of notes at the top of it are this one and this one. But you can either blow or draw, so you just do that to see how it will sound. Now let's just give it a try. So what I did is I jumped up to the 6 as a blow, and then I did a 6 draw, and then I jumped up to the 7. I'm going to try and do it in slow motion so we can see. So all I'm doing there is throwing one extra note in, which is hole number 7. So I'm going up to the 6, I'm drawing and I'm jumping up to the 7 and then coming back to the 6. There's many other things you can do, but that would probably be a really good one to start with. there was a bunch of notes in there that would work, and they sounded like they would work. When you're improvising, and mistakes are good. If you're making mistakes, you're trying something different. So I would encourage you to do that. We'll just try it one more time. Okay, so I managed to jump up to an 8, the whole number 8, and I think I did a draw on it. But we're using a 6 blow, a 6 draw, we're using the 7 draw and the 7 blow, and then I also managed to just experiment and incorporate an 8 draw. Sort of shows you what you can do with jumping around outside the framework of the tablature to make it interesting. See you on Tuesday.